The phase out can get out of there. Does have a few cells to work with, but my goodness, they just had no choices there, Bravo.
Man, this movement here all the way from the side of Hydro has just been absolutely punishing, and I don't think any of the teams that were around there were aware just how many were still there. Aim Assist does get the dome down, though, to get a little bit of a breather for just a second, maybe get some heals off as well. But as I was saying, I don't think anyone knew that just how much carnage there was going to be. It looks like Resulta not having enough heals there. Actually going to need to have a few dropped there from the side of Designful, as they are going to take a second to heal. We're going to lose a lot of teams in that, just like that.
Yeah.
And now in the end, it's going to be 14. Excuse me, we're going to lose 2 teams there, so it's going to be 14 teams left off of that break. And like I said, a little bit, I don't think each team knew that there were this many teams that were still playing Edge. Got caught off guard and surprised quite a bit.
Oh, gentrifying, taking shots from downtown. It was a smart play, though, from Resulta. I do want to commend him for that. They knew that they really didn't have resources to handle that fight, so they sent the barrage and forced them off, or the Gibby ult forced them off of that tower so they can take possession of that. The problem is now everyone's looking at them because they know that they're going to be located up there.
Absolutely. Now, we're actually looking at the side of Unknown. Once again, Matt Pickett, Phony, and Crummy. And they've made that slight rotate. They've made a rotate from where they were on that height, actually the direction they're looking, down into Swamps. This is the building they had their eyes on, and they really slow played it nicely to get control of it now. And they're going to be looking for those poke opportunities. You have to think at least 1 or 2 more teams are also, at the very least, are also going to be looking that direction towards that southwest along the Hydro. And that's the one thing we're going to look out for. And it might provide opportunities for a team like Rogue to try to get some damage and even steal a different building. And do we have a solo there? Looks certainly like that is the case.
It was. It's Max
back
Dog.
on board with Unknown.
Max Dog is the last player, or Max Dog has only 1 player left alive for their team. Crummy with this Craver, the angle. Look at Phony Head up on top, actually starting to put some shots down. On the flank's going to be Matt Pickett with that Prowler. Doesn't have the full auto on it, but it ain't going to be a problem there. We'll get the down courtesy, or alongside with Phony. Phony, though, is actually going to get tagged up big time. We'll be down, not out quite yet. Crummy, though, on this ground here, will have to just try and pull away any of the armor he can. They get their buddy back in, and they will manage to get right back inside if Crummy can get on top of the steps.
Oh, it's a great job there. He gets in the door. He also gets the TP down. Going to tell his teammates TP safe. They're going to get back in the building. They're going to heal. Great stuff. They also take down Team Superior in the mix as well. That's a hefty set of plays. And really, since we started looking at this Unknown squad, I've been loving the way they've been playing. They've been playing their advantages perfectly.
Oh, but Crummy from up on high on the rooftop gets down by Designful. I think Phony realizes this is just not going to be the position they want to be in, so they will head on over to the tunnels.
Absolutely. This is going to give them a little bit of cover for a second, just time to heal, but they're going to have to figure out how they want to play out of this. And we are still, in the end, still fighting at Hydro for these teams that are really playing the edge, and New Brainers is one of them.
What an insane battle we've seen so far, Bravo. And it's been very slow. It started at Swamps. Teams were jumping into buildings as quickly as they could. TSM did that earlier, forcing out Eye Shiny Muffins and Protectful. But we have a rat cam here.
We do have a rat. We do. Do you have a poem ready?
You know what? I have one. I can do it if you want.
Would you rather me go?
I think you should go. I only have one.
All right.
You should go.
All right. Here we go, chat. We've got a little rat. That's not the start, but I'm excited. Once again, just to honor our casters that we've seen. We see Murdog here as a rat on the rat cam, and who knew that each caster could be such a poet? We just hope this rat really doesn't blow it. This rat right here has no companion, but I do wish them luck here on Kings Canyon. This rat you see will have to tiptoe. Its worst nightmare will be a crypto.
Well done. Bravo, bravo.
Thank you, man. I wanted to bust out a little Kings Canyon specific one. I appreciate that. Good luck to our rat friend here.
Bravo.
Oh, Jesus, this rat's got to go.
Yeah,
there we go. Back on board now with NRG. We'll see what they can do off this. They're a little bit comfier than the teams that were at Hydro that are being forced to move as well. And we saw a great performance. If you missed it, in game number 4 from NRG, it was surgical the way that they won that game, and it catapulted them in the standings as well to second place.
Will NRG be able to do the same thing here in game 1 of Kings Canyon? Murdog, unfortunately, Not long for this world. Phony's waiting for some players on the outside, and oh my goodness, the ult from Gibraltar comes through and just cleans house. Now, Phony's going to have one of his own, actually drops it right on top of this house here. So they will not be affected by this, but it might give them an opportunity to grab something. Not really going to work out. You want to get that bubble, but instead it's not going to be available for another 15 seconds. Oof. And Phony goes down. Matt Pickett has to get his teammate back in.
Trying to get this res through the boards, and we'll have to see. I think everyone's dropping. I don't think there's any way they're going to fight out of this one.
No one in this lobby likes them right now. They're getting shot all over the place, and Stomps will get the kill along with Clarify, who bleeds out as well. So a little bit of Sulfide and Ziploc bags taking care of business. There goes your final 8 squads remaining, notably NRG, Rogue, Solifide, Liquid. I mean, really everyone here, heavy hitters. Aim assist, again, another consistent game from them. They have been on fire today.
Here's the question, though. How can NRG fight out of this? And it's going to be a tough one. They're going to just try to shield for each other on the heels. And it's Rogue that has their number. Ults are also coming down as well. Nade's coming out, and we'll have to see. Metro's actually going to be the one that gets the knock on paper on Frex's. And now, just like that, they're going to bubble and try to fight out of this. It's a tough spot for NRG.
Yeah, and we had a reactive Gibraltar ult there from Nathan just to prevent anyone from pushing in. The bubble, too. Nathan doesn't have many options. Both teammates are going to be down, and surely someone can just send a grenade in here and be the death of them. Nathan, though, does get the down on Metro. Even then, it was a good try. Unfortunately, they were literally in a rock and a hard place, and they will have to fight in our next game, Game 6, right after this. But a really hard-fought battle there for them. They did everything they could, but they found themselves in a tight spot.
And now you are seeing the teams that rotated late, even though it seemed early, the teams that got the worst buildings. But take a look at this. As a whole bunch of ults coming down there, going to be dangerous. Now more just trying to stay alive. I think that's going to be NRG, if I'm not mistaken, NRG out.
Yeah, and the problem that they had was that they couldn't get that pylon down fast so that they could give themselves protection with that trophy style. But Casper, oh my goodness, the straight scout. You love to see it. But what you don't love to see is MVP struggling here on the high ground. They're all beaten up. Pow Pow and Vaxlon, they lost Madness too. So they won't have many options. 5 squads remain, Bravo, and everything's just going to continue to break down.
Yeah, and apologies there. Of course, I meant HRN. So used to seeing more playing under that NRG name. NRG eliminated moments before that as well. But like you said, MVP still on this height. And what we're seeing is the teams that did rotate late were the first ones to be punished along that southern side, and not a whole lot of room to play here. Rogue still holding the exact building they wanted to hold, as they're now going to have this height. And right now, once again, playing this their game, making sure they're able to hold this down. Now 4 squads left, as we do see finally Solifide cleaned up in the feed.
A lot of pressure is being applied over here on the rooftop, which is going to have to prompt them to just back down for a moment. Things slow down with 10 seconds remaining. 4 squads left. Healthy teams, though, for Aim Assist, Rogue, and Liquid. MVP with only 2. That's what you're seeing right now. And a few of those barrels are going to go out just to give themselves a fighting chance. If anyone tries to push around, no one will be there, from what we could see, but they are predicting that that is where they're going to be. So with the caustic, they should actually be able to gas out anyone that tries to get aggressive on them, perhaps. Rogue's still on top of this rooftop. Thermites are out, won't do any damage. And drop, here's some bodies down below. No kills coming in quite yet, Brav.
Keep in mind, Rogue does have that zip, and if they do get the right kind of breaks and openers, they might take that. It's exposed enough that they don't really have to worry about it getting zipped on unless it's in a third-party scenario. So like you said, they're still sitting comfortably, and look at Rogue still firing damage through the cracks in that rooftop and just holding comfortably here. You saw that Vax did use that ult excel. He does have his caustic ult ready as well, so that could come into play later on. Aim Assist playing the low ground here.
Yeah, the low ground warriors. Arcstar's out. That's the MVP. Won't do anything to them. So much time left here. Anything can happen. Rogue, as it currently stands, have the high ground and a decent position. But remember, Team Liquid in World's Edge had this same kind of situation where they had a high ground. Granted, It wasn't quite like this. There are a few areas where they can safely drop down and have some safety. They also do have the comfort of the zip line too, in case things are going to get very, very hairy.
And to be honest, you just saw that Dropped also has his ult, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a second pre-zip. You're also going to see Snipe Down start to just fence off and do a little bit of harass there on the doors to make sure that no one can poke on them, and when they have to, that he'll continue fencing. Like I said, expecting to see another pre-zip within the next 30 seconds, maybe even a little bit earlier from Dropped.
Yeah, that's some delicious BM there from you, Snipe Down. I see nothing's changed from your Halo days, whether it's you with a sniper or you with a fence.
So like
I feel like there was a poem there, but it didn't. I just couldn't get it to run.
Yeah, it's okay. We got plenty of games. Yeah, you got plenty of games to get your poems in, GB. Don't worry.
Thanks, pal. All right, Team Liquid's
There's
going to
the
go for
TP
the
down.
run. Yeah, they're down. They're out. They're going to run right into that enemy team. They're located low, but that's just preemptive. The action's going to begin here, Bravo. We got 3 seconds remaining, and you know it is going to be an absolute bloodbath, and I'm here for it. Amos is on the low ground. Rogue located up on high. Inside of that building is going to be Team Liquid and MVP right in front. The circle's going to be closing in, but here comes the Gibraltar ult now. They're going to get inside of the bubble, but just like that, right out of the gate, Pow Pow and Blackson are going to go down. Amos is looking to just utilize their teamwork to stay alive here, but Resulta, he goes up on high. It ain't going to work out for him. Now Rogue, and just look at the caustic gas gassing everyone. Oh my goodness, and Sweet just needs to stay alive. He has barely any HP remaining. Will go up top now to the safe haven, but will be wiped away, and it's Team Liquid, the one squad that was in the worst possible position. They are your champion. Oh my word.
You could tell the rate there was just trying to hit the TP as well, just try to time it out in the end, not aware that a Liquid exactly where the Liquid member was, unable to get shots on him. And in the end, Team Liquid, they close it out. And keep in mind where Team Liquid was coming into this game. They were in 11th, so it's a really big Game 5, a big first game on Kings Canyon for the Liquid guys.
Just the fart gas everywhere. As soon as I believe it was Vaxlon got